Now welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we are back on board the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. You know, we can pretty much say that this is so far the most realistic, at least graphics wise, flight simulator we've ever had. I mean, look at this. This is just absolutely beautiful. You know, it's really only getting harder and harder to differentiate real life from games or simulators in this case, right? This is just absolutely crazy. You know, there's also some very good level of detailing in the cockpit, in the simulation of all the system, how everything works here in the flight simulator as well. But there's one minor problem I have with this flight simulator and have had ever since it's come out, and that is the failures. Yeah. See, normally in flight simulators we can simulate a lot of failures, like, you know, the landing gear not properly coming out. That's a lot of fun actually. Or something like a bird strike which results into an engine fire, or instrument failures, or even blacking out. I think that's also been a thing. That's something we've had in other flight simulators like X-Plane, which is, you know, known to be a little bit more professional. We don't have any of that here, which is kind of sad because after all, when you think about it, flight simulation was kind of made to exactly simulate things that you don't really want to be doing in real life, like training an engine fire in a 777. That's not really possible. That's, you know, what flight simulators are used for training airline pilots how to handle with emergency situations. And so, yeah, that's kind of sad that we don't really have them here. I mean, we do officially have failures even in the flight simulators, right? But in order to access them, we have to leave the flight, go back to the main menu. Here in this included menu, we can really only select engine failures. So we can either have the engine completely fail, we can have the oil system of the engine fail, we can have the oil leak of the engine, right? And we can have ignition failure and fire. And that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's all we can do. Great. But you know what? Enough of ranting. At least in the flight simulation world, we have something called add-ons. Like this one right here, Rand Failures FS2020. Now, this one has been out for a year now, and it's been extremely greatly improved ever since we last talked about this. It's very easy to install this now, and I've got it on here. Let's play around with it today, and we've got really a lot of stuff to play around with. So, you know, we can set a percentage of how likely something's gonna fail. So we set this to 1%, then in one case of 100, the turbocharger is going to fail, or something like that. We've got a lot of things here. For example, we can have the landing gear fail. Let's just set this to 100 and start. And here we can see airlift main landing gears failed. Let's just go ahead and try and see if that happens. Yes! There we go. We've only got one main landing gear now, a right one. The problem is now that we're kind of stuck with it and we have to land. So let's go ahead and really do that. Down here is an airport. Let's come in for a landing. And this is really where it really starts to get fun here in the flight simulator. You can, you know, just set this up in every flight. Before you fly, set a percentage, maybe set everything to 5%, so that something is going to fail on your flight, right? But you don't know what. It could be electrical or elevator trip. So yeah, you can kind of, you know, simulate flying for Air Koryo or Ryanair. Today we're going to simulate flying a Q400. Let's go ahead for a landing. What am I saying? Great. Alright, let's come in. Understandably enough, we have a landing gear alert. It even says that the landing gear is not fully down, which is true. So yeah, that's actually really nicely simulated here. Let's come in for a landing, actually. Come on. Now the thing is, we have to do this very slowly. The problem is I picked the shortest runway of Frankfurt Airport here. In fact, the 777 is the biggest plane to be able to operate on this runway, like in the first place. So that has not been a very smart decision. Sign. Come on. Ooh, that was some impact. Great, that's not gone very well at all. Okay, that's been an interesting landing. Alright, let's check this out. I mean, this looks extremely funny with this one leg. As you can see, I tried touching down and keeping the left wing as high as possible for the longest of time, and, you know, slowly have it come down at the lowest amount of speed, and it really didn't work. The GE90 in real life wouldn't be all too happy. Yeah, in real life I would have genuinely considered shutting off the left engine as well in order to not kill any passengers. Great. That's actually gone quite well though. Somewhat. Now, especially with this percentage thing, I think this is really cool. There's a lot of ways to play around with it. For example, we can set the landing gears all to 33%, meaning that we don't particularly know which landing gear is going to fail. All we know is that one of the landing gears is going to, you know what I mean? That's actually quite a nice idea. Alright, what's up, A330 Butter Machine? Are you ready to suffer? Yes. Okay, let's actually find out which one has failed. The right one has failed now. Great. Which is sad because this plane normally is a butter machine and it wonderfully works here too. There we go. Why is the cockpit pink? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I just crashed. Oh, that's not gone well. Did you see that? I crashed. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I know. I did not know that. God damn it. But let's not go around this. Jesus Christ. Let's try this anyway. Also, the alert is absolutely annoying, of course. The plane's also complaining about the landing gear not being done. Alright, come on. We can still make this. We've got plenty of runway. Okay, come on. Okay, just a smooth touchdown. Come on. Alright, that's been smooth. Oh, let's not go on the taxiway. There we go. We are still alive. Let's go. There we go. I think that's been alright of a landing. You know what? I'll take that. Yeah, that's been alright. I quite like the animation here actually as well. You know what? This is not even all that bad looking from the realism part. Like there's some smoke here as well. That's pretty cool. But let's not talk about the approach here. Not all too stable. Crashed into this. Never mind. Alright. The touchdown was actually quite okay. This brings a lot of fun actually into the flight simulator. There we go. Actually quite a butter landing as well. And then somewhat of a smooth overall touchdown. I like this. That's okay. Nice. Here we go. A330. But there's one little thing that I don't really like about the failures still, and that is the engine fire animation. See, we already have vanilla fire added to the flight simulator, to the engines, right? The engines can actually catch fire from themselves in the flight simulator, but it'll look like this. Yeah, I mean, especially here on add-on planes, we barely see any smoke. There is a little bit. Is there even anything? There's nothing. Yeah, it even says it here in the cockpit. There's no animation here. That's very disappointing. I want to see smoke. I want to see fire. That's not here. Especially the particle system is not very well made. No fire. I mean, what else can we do? There's a lot of stuff right here. Beta test. Elevator feature. Meaning that we have, you know, reduced control of the plane. Let's just go ahead and set 100% to the elevator. What happens if you set 1,000%? Is that possible? Honestly, you know, I'm not very motivated enough to save this plane now from this failure. This is savable, but, you know, I just really don't really care. You know, when you just lost it. When you just lost motivation to save your airplane. There we go. Crash into... Sorry. Alright, everybody. Let's just go full 737 MAX mode. Yo. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not been good at all. Alright, that's been the worst landing I've ever done. And we are literally crashing right now. Oh my god. Great. Oh, you know what? You know what? This could actually result in a very nice... This is quite smooth. We just really taxied to the gate. I think this should be actually a feature. You know, that was the fastest landing I've ever done. Here we go. Directly to the gate. That is great. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Rent Failures FS2020 at least is now usable. That's just great to see. And there's a lot of things you can do. You can even have a Twitch chat allowed to trigger figure. What the hell? Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do here. That's actually really nice. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always. Good night.
Now, thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, MAYDAY, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Omad the Human, Rafael Brukowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Show, Laird Deslama, Tutoring, Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Parology.